Hello everyone, how are you doing? And yes, it's RTR Football Manager speaking. I am going to show you another Football Manager profile. Something that I've actually done before in my blog, but I had no videos on it. And today I'm just going to showcase another video. Just for your, just to whet your appetite for Football Manager. Alright, and feel free to just leave your comments and yeah, just hook up with me. Alright. I'm not so sure how are you guys, but I'm pretty fine as a starting web developer, just learning the ropes. And if you have any advice for me, alright, just let me know. Okay, today I'm gonna discuss about David Bentley. As you can see his beautiful face here, and David Bentley is a player that I actually bought at the start of the season. Now at that point of time, our Tottenham wasn't using him too often, and so he actually sold him to Newcastle at £8 million, which is a very big bargain considering his kind of attributes. This is a very decent attributes, for a right winger. And as you can see here, he is very good at his physical, besides jumping. Alright, you do not need him to jump high, because it's not gonna, anyway, he's not needing to be good at headers, but besides the point, he has pretty decent and actually above average physical attributes, even very good for natural fitness, and so you would not mind using him even after 30 years old. Yeah, and so his mental attributes are actually steady, very competent. And his technical attributes, the only thing about his technical attributes that I am not too pleased with is his dribbling. Because at 11 it's quite under par. I was hoping for 15 or 14, because I usually make him run at the right side of the pitch, and so he has to bypass right wingers and sorry, not right wingers, but left wingers and left backs. And during the course of running past them, he's gonna get intercepted real easily because his dribbling skills are only at 11. And so that's the only complaint that I have, but he did pretty well in my Newcastle campaign, raking up about 9 goals with 1 assist, and that's not too bad at all. If you have not been playing Football Manager, you would be so surprised that scoring from the sides, especially from the sides of the pitch, is very difficult. Like, we have complaints last time, during FM 2009, when Cristiano Ronaldo was one of the best players in the whole of FM, but he could not score goals from the sides. Yet in real life, he keeps scoring goals from the sides during his season at Manchester United. And so you can see that the discrepancy between reality and real football. Sorry, what am I talking about? Real football and Football Manager. Yes, there's a huge difference. And so if you can score a few goals just from the sides, it's actually a very good record. Now, just highlight to me if you have any players that scored more than 20 goals. Alright, seriously, I would be intrigued to know that player, because that will be a wonderful player at any time. Alright, 20 goals, alright, minimum 20 goals, and just highlight to me who, and I mean no cheating, of course. Alright, and so you can see that David Bentley is a very technical player. He has his worth, and he has good flair. So during times of stagnation in my team, he would sometimes pull off a trick or two and really win us the game. And if you've been reading my blog or watching my videos, you can see some of these situations or some of these incidents that he actually pulled off a great stunt. Now let me just get to the positions, and we will see how he is in his positions. What do you call that? Adaptability. Now, as a dedicated midfielder, right, it's very hard to find such a player with such good attributes, and yet he is dedicated to the right side of midfield. Usually I have players that I actually saw players that are better at attacking midfielder right. They'll be natural at that, but accomplished as a midfielder right. And you might ask, what's the difference? There is a difference because Football Manager actually uses algorithms, uses math, and so if you are a natural, you play at full potential of your of your attributes. But if you are like at accomplished, you play about 90 or 80% of your total attributes. And so all these actually come into play, and you will realize that having natural position is the best for any player. It's not really accurate, considering if you compare with real life, but I'm alright with that. Some things about computer gaming, because I've been a programmer, and so I know the difficulty of how you can how to make a certain AI certain AIs, the background, the engine is quite difficult to actually emulate real life scenarios, and so I can forgive that at some point. Now with left foot and right foot, he's quite double-legged, and so he's dangerous at any time. Alright, and he shoots from distance, another trait that I really like about him, because he has a rating of 14, which is not too bad, and good composure, and so he may make his shots count actually. Now let me just get to the his personality. Alright, he's ambitious, and you can see that everybody in my club has been ambitious. Now that's because of Alan Smith, because Alan Smith is the what you call that, club captain, and so being ambitious rubs off everybody else, which is very good, because if you have ambitious personality, alright, it will go into let me just show you right here, reports. Alright, if you are ambitious, you're always looking to win, and that is a good trait for any team. Alright, and yeah, that's why I really like Alan Smith. Maybe there are so many comments that said that, they told me that, sell off Alan Smith because he's not very good. But I really like him because he really makes the whole team gel, and he's been improving, as you can see in my blog or in my video. Alright, and so now David Bentley is very ambitious. I'm happy that he is a very ambitious player, and the problem is he's maxed out with his potential, and so you can see there's no growth at all throughout the year. If you actually review on my blog, alright, the write-up on my blog, there is actually absolutely no growth at all, or no decreasing of attributes at all, because he is pretty maxed out when I purchased him. And so this ambitious trait of him will only work on a pitch and not in training. Alright, it means that if we are down by 1 goal, he is committed to make it a win, and that is good on the pitch. But on training wise, he's maxed out, and so that's too bad. He cannot improve even better. And so you can see that even my assistant manager, alright, he says he's not likely to improve. And I really suggest that you purchase this player if you're playing FM2010, and especially Tottenham, because buying from Tottenham, because Tottenham has just too many good players, and so some players are actually not playing as much as they want, and so like there are a lot of disgruntled people running around raving and saying that they want to look for a move, and David Bentley was one of them. And so I actually hooked him up. And if you have these kind of scenarios in your own game, please take advantage of that and make your team rock. Alright, and that's all from me. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at RTR Football Manager, or you can visit my blog at footballmanagersite.com. and yes, I see you next time.